Ace the Young Heavy. Y'all know what time it is. The sickness. My nigga Bodil. Some niggas want the money, the power, the respect. Fuck this shit, I want all three of them bitches. Heavy shit. That's the definition of heavy. Bitch, I'm heavy. Bitch, I'm heavy. Louis head to toe and something foreign, fuck a Chevy. Money everywhere, money everywhere, money everywhere. I'm heavy in the game. Spent $100,000 stunting on these lanes. Get your money right and you can order steak on a plane. I laugh through the pain. Snakes in this.
Sneaker news. Salute YouTube. Salute YouTube. Peace to the earths and gods, and go mob to the front. Thanks for joining us again for another exciting episode of Ace Heavy Kickz, where we look at cool kicks for the common collector. People like yourself and people like me, your host, Ace the Young Heavy. Let's get to it this week, Ace Heavy Camp. We got a lot of sneaker news to talk about. First up, Virgil Abloh's wife has been showcasing lately the off-white Air Jordan 4 bread colorway. That is a hot shoe. It's a shoe that has been teased for a while, and folks are really excited about it. What do you think? Is it going to come out in the near future? I'm thinking, given the fact that they've recently been talking about new designs that he has in the hopper that are going to be released in his 5-year plan, if she's wearing those shoes, more than likely they're coming out shortly. So be on the lookout for that. Also, some ideas for some Christmas gifts. So I was thinking about people that wanted to buy shoes for loved ones for Christmas, and what are some of the nicer kicks that you could get right now for a decent price as a Christmas gift, or for my Spanish-speaking partners out there, un regalo. So what we do have is the Air Jordan 7 Trophy Room. Now the Trophy Room is going for far below what people thought. Now typically if we take the Trophy Room Air Jordan 1, the price of that was through the roof on the resale. Still is around the $1,800 to $2,200 mark, depending upon if you have the blue strings, friends and family or not. These shoes are hitting in around that $270, $280 to $330 depending upon your shoe size. So I think that's a great Christmas gift. It's a beautiful shoe. It doesn't have just Christmas colors. It's got a lot of colors in it. It's got the Olympic colors from Barcelona back in the day. But it's a very dope shoe. A shoe I intend to grab myself. Also, Air Jordan 1s. You can go just about anywhere and find a pair of Air Jordan 1s for retail. In fact, there are quite a few shoes on StockX and on GOAT right now, and eBay as well, that you can grab for retail or below retail price. So Air Jordan 1 is a great Christmas gift. Another one would be a dunk. Now, some dunks, they are below retail or at retail. Quite a few of them are above. But relatively, they're a very inexpensive shoe. And so that could be something that folks would think about gifting someone for Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whichever you celebrate. If you celebrate all of them. I celebrate all of them, to be honest with you. More presents for everybody. Also, those Yeezys. The Yeezys, anything that's not a 350 V2 is being dumped. Unfortunately, the prices have tanked for most of those shoes, and you can grab them on the resale market or in some places for retail, for retail prices. So that is definitely something I would entertain giving somebody. That would be maybe on the higher end of the gift, but for somebody you want to give them something nice for Christmas, maybe grab a pair of Yeezys. Also, in sneaker news this week, I want to talk a little bit about the collaboration. It's not necessarily sneaker news, but more so lifestyle news. The collaboration between Moncler and Palm Angels. Boy, have they really blown me away with some of the things they've done with their fall and winter line. I can't wait to see the spring line as well. This is one of the hottest collaborations that we've seen in a long time when it comes to outerwear, in my humble opinion. I mean, we've seen Coach and Bape. We've seen North Face and Gucci. We've seen Supreme and everything. But we have not had an opportunity to see Moncler and Palm Angels. In fact, there's one coat, a bubble in particular, that I really, really like. A shiny blue and silver one. I've had my eye on that. But those collab items are super high. So if you want to get yourself a Christmas present, maybe you'll be looking at the Palm Angels Montclair collection this winter. Also in sneaker news, unfortunately, Nike is taking the opportunity to get litigious. Yes, sneaker family, Ace Heavy Camp, they are suing people. They are suing OMI and KIY, which are companies that make like Jordan-esque, Air Jordan-esque shoes. Some people are familiar with them, some people aren't. The only difference between these OMI and KIY kicks is the fact that they have a lightning bolt on it as opposed to a swoosh. So Nike has patented within the last year those silhouettes for Air Jordan 1, the high and the low, and so they are suing for copyright infringement. Also, not named in the same lawsuit, but there is a third individual that they are suing, and this is the narcotic individual. He's a rapper that has out the narcotic brand of gym shoes, and they look like Dunks, very similar to Dunks. So how do you feel about that, Nike? Well, I know how Nike feels about it, but how do y'all feel about that, Ace Heavy Camp? If a person takes a fairly recognizable silhouette, changes one element of it, is it fair game for them to just go ahead on and come out with that shoe, and for that shoe not to be a problem? Let us know down in the comments below. Also, last but not least, gotta talk about this Nike officially cutting ties with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving being cut out on this opportunity to bring shoes to kids, to hoopers, adult hoopers. Man, you know, this is unfortunate. It's unfortunate for him. I think it's unfortunate for Nike and for the fans. Most kids I know that hoop wear KDs. They either wear KDs or Kyries. And so for Kyrie not to be able to have a shoe line anymore through Nike, I mean, hey, que sera, sera, lo que sea, it'll be what it'll be. But I do wish that he had shoes still with them. How do y'all feel about that? Do you feel like people are at a loss because they won't have shoes from Kyrie going forward in the future now that they have officially cut ties? Leave us a comment down below. With that being said, that's all we got for sneaker news for this week. Are at Express Grill. We at Maxwell Street in Chicago. It is, for me personally, one of the best places to get authentic Chicago food, where you can get Polishes, you'll get pork chop sandwich. I love Polishes and pork chop sandwich, pause, you know what I'm saying, on the Polish side. But the Polishes pork chop sandwich are phenomenal here. Now, it's two spots. This used to be on the other street, on Hall Street. Now they moved it over to the frontage road next to the expressway. There's two spots. You see the other one down there. Don't go to the first spot. Do not go to the first spot. Number one, bad news. You gotta go here. This is the best spot for good food in Chicago. Alright? So I'm letting y'all know now, if you're looking for some good food, you're about to hop back on the expressway, go to the airport, stop here, Express Grill. Alright? And that's what we got for y'all on the munchie side today. Peace. Elevate. Light onions, and then two with extra onions, extra onions and extra mustard. Yep. I'm a YouTuber, bro. So if you ever go on YouTube, if you like shoes or you like Chicago shit, check me out. Ace Heavy Kickz. Ace Heavy Kickz with a Z. Kickz.
Sneakers for retail.
So for sneakers for retail this week, let's switch it up a little bit. I want to talk about shoes that are available that you can get that are hot at a retail price. Not shoes that, oh well, it'd be nice if you could grab this shoe at retail, or just a pickup because you're outside, but something you actually would want. So those DJ Khaled's. Those Air Jordan 5 DJ Khaled's sat almost for half a day on the sneakers app. In fact, I was personally surprised that salmon colored pair, the crimson pair, did not sell out right away. And in fact, if you look on StockX now, they're just going for a few dollars above retail. Also, we have Nike Cortez's Union collaboration. The Nike Union Cortez is available on the Nike app, I believe, as well as the sneakers app too. Right now for retail price. Now, you may not like Nike Cortez, you may not care for that silhouette in particular. It's an old school shoe. I had some back in the day. It's a hot shoe to me. This one in particular that I'm looking at is the one that has like a pink and then also like a sky blue color in it with some tans and yellow. So I like that shoe. I think they did a great job with that collaboration. Not the hottest thing that they've done from Union and Nike. I mean, obviously the Jordan collaborations are way hotter, but still something that I'm looking at and grabbing, especially for the retail price. So those are two shoes you can grab for retail right now.
Upcoming sneaker releases.
Ace Heavy Camp. Upcoming sneaker releases at the end of the year are always crazy. It's a crazy time for sneaker releases, and this year is no exception. Now, I'm definitely planning on checking out all of the raffles, going to the sites, making sure I've updated apps. But do you think it'll matter? Nah, it probably won't. Because you know what? Your boy Ace the Young Heavy. Y'all know that. I never hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up my money. I'm going to plan accordingly, temper my expectations, and only maybe look at 2 or 3 shoes that I'm interested in between now and let's just say January 5th that I will honestly go after. And so if I have to pay over retail for them, then that's cool. But I'm not going to try to go for every shoe, even though it's a lot of cool shoes on this list. Let's get to it. In 2023, we have the Nike CNY collaboration Dunk Low Year of the Rabbit. That's a very nice, very sexy shoe. Obviously, it's a Dunk Low. It's a white, off-white-ish color, sail-ish color, lighter than sail though. And it has bunny fur on the swoosh. So if that's something that's in your wheelhouse, maybe be on the lookout for that in the earlier part of 2023. Also, coming up on the 7th of January, we have the Air Jordan 7 Black Olive. Now that is a hot shoe. Now it reminds me of shoes they've dropped in the past, but this in particular has a very early 90s funky New Jack swing feel to it. And so that's something that I'm going to be on the lookout for certain. Is that something that you're going to be on the lookout for? Leave a comment down below. Also, to be announced, no date yet, but they're saying sometime before the middle part of next year, the Air Jordan 1 Mid Dunk Contest. Now, I told you guys about the rookie year mids that were supposed to be coming out. They haven't come out yet, and they're supposed to be in full family size. These are supposed to be in full family size as well, and I cannot wait for these shoes. Every now and then, Nike Jordan brand gives us a dope ass mid, right? And people want to joke about the mids all day, but you know, there are some very nice mids. In fact, one of the shoes on my list, not on my top 6 list that I gotta have right now, but on maybe my top 10 list, would be the Fearless Blue to Grape Air Jordan mids, the colorful rainbow color ones, with the suede, brush suede. So anyway, hot mid, be on the lookout for that, to be announced at some point next year. Also, spring 2023, we have the Air Jordan 2 Cherry Wood Low. So this has a highly brushed suede on it, a deep red, like a rosewood red color, but it's actually not rosewood, it's cherry wood. Like furniture, some old furniture around the house. And again, this is coming out around the first part of next year. Are you guys tired of seeing silhouettes, Air Jordan 2 silhouettes? I think they are playing them out a bit. At least we're getting a lot of silhouettes with it. They're giving us variety, but I don't want to see that many lows that are like white. They're giving us a lot of lows that are white with just like a hint of color here and there. And we're getting most of those in the fall and winter time. So why wouldn't you give us those shoes in the spring and summer when I'm more likely to wear a low if I'm gonna wear a Jordan, and when I'm more likely to wear lighter colors, you know, whites and sails and things of that nature. So, but anyway, if that's in your warehouse, be on the lookout. This one is actually coming appropriately in the spring of 2023. Super excited. On March 11th, tentatively, we have the reimagined white cement Air Jordan 3. Now, who would have thought they were going to do the reimagined or lost and found concept on yet another shoe? The Air Jordan 3, I don't think that it gets enough love. I don't think they could get enough love. It's not one of my top 3 or top 5 Jordan silhouettes, but it's a nice shoe. And if you can get in those OG colorways, I mean, we did just pick up with the fire reds earlier this year. And I always like the cement with the bread colorway. That's one of my favorites as well. But just the silhouette in general is not necessarily considered a hot one, nor do I think it gets the love, though, that an original of the Jordan 13 shoes, should receive. So I'm glad that they are getting the opportunity to put something else out here in that particular silhouette. And I want to see what they're going to do in terms of that whole, the mock-up is always different in terms of what that shoe is actually going to look like when we get it in hand. But I definitely think those are going to be quite zesty. Be on the lookout for those next year around March 11th. The date could change because it always does. Last but not least, I do want to talk about the Mason Margiela collaboration with Reebok Pump. So Reebok Pump Omni 2, right, which is the pumps, the highs, they are making a reimagined version of those shoes as well. So I guess this is appropriately following our last shoe we covered. And those shoes are dope. They look like a shoe that you think actually you pull out the closet where I sat in the sun in some shop, mom and pop shop, or in an attic or something for years, like where the foam is busted out and the paint is chipped and it's got scuffs. But I like it. It reminds me of a lot of shoes I've seen, even like those Air Jordan 1, one skater. I can't remember the name of that guy, but Nigel Sylvester. Reminds me of the Nigel Sylvesters in a way. So these Mason Margiela collaboration, Reebok Omni 2 pumps, I do think that they either have come out or will be coming out shortly. I'm not certain. But I do know that they are super, super exclusive in terms of the numbers that they're releasing. So be on the lookout for that. And if you're excited about it, man, you know what? Hit me up. Maybe we can find them together, all right? With that being said, that's all we have for upcoming sneaker releases.
Sneaker pickups.
So Ace Heavy Camp, we have some dope sneaker pickups for this week. I actually have 3, but one of them is a double up of the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found, and we covered those in our last week's episodes. I did grab a second pair of those. I may even grab a third. I'm not sure. But I do see the value of those continuing to go up. But what we have this week for y'all is, oh my gosh, the Maniere Air Jordan 4 Violet Ore colorway, right? Sneaker of the year, some people say the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found or reimagined sneaker of the year. I don't know. I think a shoe has to be available in order for you to consider it to be sneaker of the year. Since it's not enough of these available and the release was kind of botched, not as badly as the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found release, but at least there are quantities out there of the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. I would have to say that this would have to take a humbly sublime second place to the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. Also have these Yeezys I picked up, these Yeezy 350 V2s. What is it, yellow slime? I want to call it the Grinches, is what I call them. So it doesn't matter what the name of the shoe is. You should know. Say, if you're a sneakerhead, how could you not know the name of the shoes? Well, I just wear the shoes because I like the shoes, right? I'm not trying to act like I work at Nike. I don't even do YouTube for a living. This is just fun for me. So watch your mouth, okay? But these are Yeezy 350 V2 semi-frozen yellow. So you guys know what those shoes look like and what Yeezys are about. So I'm not gonna do too much, in terms of sporting those. I will show a little bit in the B-roll. So here these are. Dope shoe, considered a grill shoe, but nothing to write home about. I mean, if you know Yeezy 350 V2s, hey, this is one of probably the top 5. So definitely one of the top 5 Yeezy 350 V2s ever made, but still not a big deal and they're available out here. But this though, Look at it. The box, everything. So first of all, you guys know I do love Maniere. I love the message that they put out here, the positivity. I do think they could have done a better job with the release. You know, the idea behind it. How do people want to improve the environment, improve their community, improve, you know, they cipher their circumference through elevation, and being able to emote that on Twitter or social media accounts and share that. That's beautiful. That's dope. That's a dope way to prove that I want a shoe, or really just to give energy behind the shoe. In fact, I think they should have done that, but then given those pairs away free, and then have the rest of the release for everybody else. What do you think? You know, that's a great idea. Get them shoes away. You making people write essays and all of that. That's great. Get them shoes because they wrote some stuff, so you owe them. And then everybody else who want to buy the shoes should be able to. But anyway, I'm on my Air Jordan 4s. Dope shoe. Okay. We'll put the box down in a second, but just to show you guys the box, it's very similar to the box that we have for the Air Jordan 1. I'm on my A's, and for the 2s as well, which I've shown on the channel. Okay. So we can see the colorway here. And so the box is pretty, I don't know why I was playing with the tabs as if I wasn't going to take it apart. I'm actually going to take it apart so I can show you what the box looks like without the sleeve on it. Okay. Now, backside, typical backside, says I'm a Maniere on the side. Alright. Alright. So if we open it up, see in the inside we have Jordan hitting that last shot. And so this didn't come with extra typical paper. It didn't come with extra laces. So, but what I did, right, and I'm not the first YouTuber to do it. I'm not the first person with the idea. But I don't know if everyone's using the same laces I use. But I decided to use the laces in my Air Jordan 1 I'm on my A's. I did not use the one in my Air Jordan 2s because there's a sale pair there. But that's a cheaper pair, and the anglet on the end. See, this is metal. It has a metal Maniere branded anglet, and the other ones have like a plastic for the Air Jordan 2s. I do not have the Air Jordan 3 Maniere. I still am keeping my same energy. That shoe is not that hot like that, in my opinion. But this is dope. I love it. And then with putting these sail laces in it, makes it even better. So you see we have that brushed, semi-brushed suede. Nice. Lovely. It almost gives like a chocolate color, as I said before. It really don't give me a violet. It's more of a chocolate, but it depends on what kind of light you're in. And also, I think that adds to the versatility in terms of what you can wear with it. Because you can wear a brown, or you can wear a violet, you know what I mean? Or you can wear a cream, or you can do something else in contrast with these colors, really. But I like the shoe. I don't know how comfortable it is. I haven't done it on foot. Maybe I'll do one for the end of this episode. We'll see. And I also don't know immediately what I'm going to wear with it, like my first fit or two. But this is not a shoe to go and sit up on the shelf somewhere. This is a shoe to wear. Because for y'all know, if y'all watch the show, Air Jordan 4s are my favorite shoe. And this is well done. This is one of my favorite 4s. Now, is it better than the Bread 4s or the White Cement 4s? Like, no, it's not better than those. It's better. To me, is it better than the What the 4s? No. But it would be right after that, in my opinion. Because I think very highly of the What the 4s. But man, and then OG, of course, which the What the 4s have as well. They had the Nike Air in the back. I'm a stickler for that. If back in the day, we used to call those Jumpmans, right? So if your shoes had the Jumpman in the back, but not the Nike Air, we considered it to be a Jumpman. Now, we know we didn't put Nike Air on the back of his sneakers after the 7s. There were no more shoes that had Nike Air on the back. But he would release retros of 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. And those shoes would sometimes have a Jumpman on the back. So people didn't, back in the day, it doesn't matter now, but back in the day, people didn't honor that the same. A Jumpman as they did like a true OG retro. And so I feel the same way about that. I keep my same energy. I got this pair from Urban Jungle. Shout out to my man Jeff. And Freddie wasn't there today, but Miss Mahoney there too. They always look out for me. So make sure if y'all looking for a pair, they got a couple more pair there at Urban Jungle. We don't have any at the shop at Top 3 Kickz. Unfortunately, not yet, but stay tuned. We will have some. Please keep checking the IG. And with that being said, man, I don't often kiss the shoes. I don't know if people do weird shit, lick the shoes and all that, but gotta kiss these bad motherfuckers. This is a nice pair of shoes, and thank you, Ace Heavy Camp, for rocking with me through, man, for me, this is just like an amazing moment, man. If you could just feel, again, in the inside, it's so just to hold these is amazing because it has that quilted interior. Okay, and then the insoles are amazing on this shoe, quilted as well. I like everything about it. One thing I don't like about 4s, one of the few things, other than them being heavy, is the fact that this paint on this side, okay, on the midsole, it cracks after a very short amount of time. And so I don't see this as being molded or painted any differently. And so that's probably like the only drawback to me is I know if I actually wear these, this is going to crack shortly. But outside of that, super excited. I'm a Maniere Air Jordan 4s. All right, there we go, Ace Heavy Camp. Peace. All right, before we get out of here, let's show a little bit of the B-roll too. Okay, I almost forgot. What an incredible show. So again, I got these from Urban Jungle. I guess you can see the price tag on it. I didn't pay that because they never charged me the price tag. Oh my gosh, what a nice shoe. And then I can show you guys. Let's see. Right here. Just an incredible shoe, all around. No complaints here. So, had to give a little bit of B-roll. So necessary. Where we at? Urban Jungle, cashing out again with my man Jeff. You know how it goes? You feel me? Yes. Ready for the today? Yeah, he's slacking off, but that's okay though.
Sunday, he's hungover from Saturday.
Yeah, but Urban Jungle's still making money. Make sure you come check him out
open
on Milwaukee.
Except Monday, Tuesday.
Except Monday and Tuesday, but every other day we bust. Cashing people out, all right? Peace. Elevate.
Throwback thoughts.
So Ace Heavy Camp for Throwback Thoughts this week. I wanted to talk about wearing your big brother or little brother shoes when you were younger. Like, is that something that happened in your household? My brother's shoes, like we're like damn near Irish twins, right? We're like 2 years apart. So we wore the same shoe size the entire time we grew up. So if he got a pair of shoes that was hot first, then, I would get to rock them. And by me, as I was older, I was getting more stuff, quicker than he was or whatever. And, as I should, and I would be able to share, he got a lot of my shoes that I wore, previously or whatever. When you were growing up, did you have to do a lot of like hand-me-downs? Was it out of necessity or was it something cool because like you wanted to wear your big brothers and big sisters' clothes, shoes in particular? I didn't have a big brother growing up. So unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to wear a big brother's shoes or my dad was so particular, he definitely wasn't going to share. Let me wear any of his clothes. He definitely wasn't going on any of that. But if I had a big brother, I would have worn shoes, especially if a situation necessitated me doing so. But my memory is of my brother and I trading shoes and swapping shoes. What are your memories of wearing a sibling shoes? Was it out of necessity? Was it because you wanted to? And how did that make you feel or whatever? I don't feel no way about it other than happy. I was excited. We did it when it was convenient, and it was fun. So anyway, that's all I got this week for y'all for Throwback Thoughts.
Dope toys.
So for Dope Toys this week, Ace Heavy Camp, we have something that I've been looking at for a long time. Didn't want to pull the trigger because initially it was around that $700-800 range, but we have the Robosen Optimus Prime self-transforming robot. Okay, this is the second iteration of it. It's a little bit shorter than the original one, but man, wouldn't it be cool to have an Optimus Prime, a transformer that transforms himself. Not only that, he doesn't just transform, he walks. He freaking walks and he talks, all right, and says some of his more classic stuff from the show, and and everything. So I'm super excited, like I'm about to buy it right now. I'm still not going to spend the money that they're asking for it. This one is actually a little cheaper than the previous iteration, even though it's supposed to be improved. Maybe because it's smaller, I don't know. But I'm thinking about grabbing it and putting it into my toy budget. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. I'm excited about that. But do you like this toy? I definitely do, and I hope that they take an opportunity, this particular company, Robosen, which has a license from Hasbro to make official Transformers, to make more of the the automated self-transforming Transformers in the future. So I'm excited. I hope you are too.
Rare shoes.
We have a new segment on the show this week, Ace Heavy Camp, Rare Shoes. Well, I'm going to take you on an adventure over the next 20 episodes or more to look at some of the coolest, most exclusive shoes that probably most of us have never even had a hand on. So the first shoe that we're going to look at under the Rare Shoes segment of the show, Ace Heavy Camp, is the Air Jordan 4 SP Aleli Made Camouflage. Now, that is a dope collaboration. Aleli May has been known to do some really nice shoes, and she's actually got a chance to touch some of the more classic Jordan silhouettes, which sometimes they don't let designers get those right away. So shout out to Aleli May for being able to do that. These are a women's exclusive. They don't come up to full size, unfortunately. So if you don't wear, men just can't fit a 10 and a half, you out of luck. But this camouflage shoe is really exclusive. It's a very toned down, like a desert camo. And I can see a lot of different fits, a lot of different looks that I can pull off with this particular shoe. It's friends and family only. Don't know how many pairs. Actually, I do. There was only 80 pairs. So only 80 pairs of this particular shoe made. And it's not even listed on StockX as having a particular value right now. But I would imagine the value has to be somewhere upwards of maybe the $5,000 to $6,000 range. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. But this is the first shoe we're covering for our Rare Shoes segment of the show. Should we add new segments to the show? Let me know. I'm open to always improving, elevating, manifesting greatness. And this show is definitely a platform to do that. It's a launch pad, baby. That's why we always got the rocket at the end of all the words and all the comments, because it's about peace, always, in Jesus' name, and it's about elevation, baby, about going to the next level. And this show is no exception. So that being said, that's Rare Shoes for this week. Well, Ace Heavy Camp, that concludes our show for this week. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Check us out on all our social media platforms. Get in tune with us, baby. And also let the algorithm know, all right, that you support the program and you want to see more stuff like this, and you want sponsors to support programming like this. And support minority content creators too, man, because it's tough out here for us. And unfortunately, YouTube take a lot of our views and subscribers away. So we had to continually fight and push to replace the stuff that they took from us yesterday or the week prior. Also, I want to let y'all know, first of all, congratulations to all the contest winners over the last couple weeks. If you ever want to check out and see who won for a contest or whatever, unless it's something specific for the channel, please go ahead on and check out our Top 3 Kickz IG page, where we have explanation of how we do our raffles. We show live the random picking, and we announce the winner. So with that being said, make sure you do something good for somebody this week, y'all, because when one wins, we all win. Most importantly, last but not least, if you can't see it before you see it, you will never see it. Peace. Elevate.
Well, this GLC rotating through these windy city streets. You know what I'm talking about, rotating this young Chevy. With my two player partner by the name of Ace the Young Heavy. I ain't doing nothing but delivering this ism that you gotta like. As we teach you how to go ahead and let that paper reach them satellites.
Paper, paper, game, game, paper, paper, game, game, paper, paper, game, game. Hustling a fucking habit, addicted to this dough. I'm a paper addict. I'm in and out of hoes like a fucking rabbit. They addicted to my ism. They fanatics. Suck me off while I drive. She's so sporadic. I think I can, then I got it. He got my old bitch. She's so Put a price on your
Tell
head.
them again. Number one. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Bitch, I'm fly, check my altitude.